Hey everybody, it's Chad, Nobody Else's Auto. We're up here digging through the attic of an old building. This was a car collector stash. Don't know for sure what's in here. I bought the contents of this attic. So we're gonna be digging and I have no clue what I'm gonna find. I walked through it. There's some trim up here above my head we can see. So I know there's some stuff in here, but this thing is pretty much a complete crapshoot. So we'll see what we find because I really don't know what's in here. We're just going to do some digging, see what we can come up with, and hope there's some cool stuff in here. So let's start going through some of this stuff and see what we've got. Tube of Ford stuff, molding kit. Well, there are moldings in there. Make sure there's an end. Yep, there's an end in it. So I'm not sure what this is, but it is new old stock Ford molding body side kit. So not sure what's there, but looks interesting. Not even sure what that is. It looks like it's stainless, some sort of trim. Some used stainless. Slide this back and then see what direction we can come to get it out of here. Oh, this is a big long tube. It's got trim in it. Got a Ford sticker on it. Body side molding C9. One kit of body side molding. It's new. It's in a Ford tube, so that's kind of cool. Not sure what we've got there. We got a number to work with. There's a lot of stuff in there. With another box in it. Appears to be more moldings. It's got an Autolite sticker on it, so probably more Ford stuff. This is in a Ford tube as well, and it's a big long piece. It's got moldings in it. Not sure what it is again. About similar to that other one. This is a D0 number. One kit of body side molding. For, I believe that would be a 1970. It's a big long tube. There goes one. Used sill plates. Don't even know what these are for sure. More trim. Some 63 Impala trim. It's like a quarter molding off of a Super Sport. Kind of bent up though. Let's see, what's this trim over here? Not sure that that was in the package. Some more new trim, just not sure what it's for. Oh, come back here. This is kind of cool. Check this out. Universal aluminum rocker panel molding kit. Some old aftermarket accessory type stuff. And another piece of molding, another piece of trim here. So I better get this stuff hauled down and out of the way, and then start doing some more digging through some other areas back here. All right, got all the long stuff down. Let's see what else we got up here. More hydraulic stuff, more magazines. They've been kind of wet, but it's always cool finding old magazines. Throw these over here in another box. Holy cow, this entire box is old car magazines. Wow. Okay, I don't know if we can get that down or not. Mention that particular box. Mention that box either. A little bit of new old stock Ford in here. Not sure what it is. I'll need a water filter, but there is some Ford pieces in this box, so we'll set it out. Air cleaner pieces under here. Got a mirror. Let's see what we got under here for it. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a 4-barrel air cleaner. Here's an Oldsmobile one. Oldsmobile Rocket. Kind of cool. Not sure. Some old caps, like old dog dish caps. Kind of cool. Box is about as cool as anything, but lots of little knick-knack stuff. lots of nails and screws and things like that in that box. I did find one cool thing, a Dodge Ram. It's kind of a neat little piece. Looks like, could be wrong, I think this is a JCPenney's unit. It's got that P on there. Looks kind of like the JCPenney's. That might be a Penny's unit. Yes, JCPenney's actually did do aftermarket AC units. Column looks like Ford product. Interior trim and some sort of an old power brake booster, which is just a core, but sometimes you need a core to fix for some of these old cars. Miscellaneous pieces, 4-burner carbs, some wheel centers. Nothing super exciting. There's some decent volume here, but a lot of just mid-range quality stuff. Curious to see what those side moldings are, that new stuff. Box of 57 Ford parts, some tail lights, dash pieces, All right, let's keep looking over here. A 63 Chevy dash cluster, but it's a non-air car. I'm going to throw this back up. It's falling apart on me. Oh man, I don't know how I'm going to get up over there. I guess this is all pretty solid. Let's work this outside edge first. Glass. Looks like some Ford literature. IH parts, case IH. Looks like hydraulic stuff, chassis stuff. Lots of books, looks like how-to manuals and stuff in there. My old seat covers, I wonder what those are for. New molding for something. Gaskets. Oh, here's some cool stuff. Let's see what we got here. Carbs, a manifold. This is pretty cool. Oh, Offenhauser unit. All right, we got some more work to do in here. It's a little dusty and a little thick up here, but anyway, I'm gonna start getting this stuff down, see what I can find over here, and see how this deal turns out. So stay tuned. We're gonna get this stuff loaded up, hauled out of here, and we'll share a little bit more of it with you, when we get back to the shop, get it unloaded and get it laid out, and see what else we find. I've been shooting a lot of content today, so my battery's getting a little bit weak. So I'm gonna keep digging, get loading, and then we'll sort it out when we get back to the shop, see what we found. Well, we're back from our digging adventure. Managed to keep it just below the roof line of the pickup. So got a lot of stuff piled in here. So we're gonna start unstrapping this stuff, lay it out. Some of this stuff, if it looked like there were some interesting things in the box, I grabbed the whole box. So got an idea what's in here as I was loading it, but there may still be a couple of surprises in here, we're not sure. Found a few cool things, but not a ton of really great stuff, but some neat stuff. So we're gonna do some digging, get this stuff set out so we can kind of sort through it, see what needs to go where and how we need to do it, and see what happens. So let's see what we got in here. Well, we've got it all out of the truck. Got it kind of lined out here in a row. And let's see what we ended up with. Like I said, there's some cool stuff in there. There's a lot of average stuff in there. But let's start checking it out. See what we got. Maybe there's a few surprises in some of these boxes we haven't seen yet. Now, I put all the seats out front just to get them out of the way for the time being. But these are actually back seats for like about a 56 Lincoln two-door. Had a fold down center armrest in them. These things have, both sets of these have been in dry storage up in that attic for years. So structurally, they're really good seats. Obviously, 56 Lincolns, there's not tons of them out there, but these things being structurally solid, being two-door seats, definitely want to go ahead and bring them in. Well, we're back inside, ready to take a little bit better look and see what all we've got here. There were some patch panels in there. I went ahead and grabbed them just in case somebody ever needed some of the stuff. This is 57, 58 Ford stuff on these particular pieces. Did find several boxes of killer magazines. A lot of cool stuff we're gonna have fun with on Sunday night, but let's check out a few of these. Motor Trend from 1960. Sports Car Graphics 63. Road and Track 65. There were a lot of these small mini magazines. Car Style. Add 100 horses for 60 bucks. The 1965 cars. A lot of cool stuff there. Check out this hot rod. Garnett's Chrysler Dragster, Topsway International Fuelers. May of 63. So excited to see what is in all of these. This box also, a bunch of magazines. Some airplane stuff. There was some car stuff in here that I saw. That's why I grabbed the box, because some of these boxes didn't have car stuff. I thought I saw car stuff in here. Lots of airplane stuff, which I love airplanes anyway. There we go. I guess it was in the back. I did see some. I knew I seen some car magazines in there somewhere. Car Classics. These are Ford factory manuals here. Introduction to the 68 Ford product line. So I think most of this stuff was Ford stuff. Introduction to the 67 Ford product line. So 81 Ford truck. So I think most of that box looked like Ford stuff. As well as this one. This one's actually marked Ford shop manuals as well. So don't know for sure what's all in here. The 60 Ford car. 49 to 59 car parts catalog. More magazines. Some more of those little mini magazines in here. More airplane stuff. B-17, that's always a win. Hot Rod with Richard Petty on the cover. Looks like there's going to be a ton of cool stuff in all those magazine boxes. Another handful of the minis that were laying there. And some parts. More mid-50s Ford stuff. There was a lot of mid-50s Ford stuff on that farmstead. So I would imagine it's probably what we're going to see with a lot of this stuff. Some Chevy truck center caps. Some pulleys. Not sure what these pulleys are for. More than likely Ford, but 2 and 3 groove pulleys. You know, sometimes you can figure those out what they were for. Those are accessory drive pulleys. So here's the little Dodge Ram that we found. Some new stock Ford. Those are clearance lights. Another clearance light. Don't see a part number, but surely there's something somewhere for a part number on those particular pieces. Some old 45s. The Super 65s. There's our mirror box with the hubcaps in it. Ford trunk badge, I think that's 57. Another Chevy center cap. More of the Chevy pickup center caps. And let's see, check this out. These are old pull down window shades. You literally could clip this on your glass with these and pull these down, and these were literally like old actual, and these are metal mini blinds for your car. A little door edge mirror where you clamp it on the edge of your door. And more, looks like around 57 era Ford stuff. Taillight housings, speedometer cluster, trunk ornament. That box looks pretty much predominantly Ford. Maybe a Volkswagen speedometer in there, but it looks like a box of 57 Ford parts pretty much. These Napa mufflers, these were crazy. These were funny. I just had to grab these because of the old school yellow Napa box. Ford valve covers. Some door panels. I believe those are pretty close to the color combination of that one set of seats. So I bet those are probably out of the same Lincoln that one set of seats came out of. 63 Chevy dash cluster. There's our J.C. Penney air conditioning unit. At least I think it's J.C. Penney. Under dash unit. That P sure looks like the old school P that J.C. Penney's had, so I'm betting that's what that is. In fact, I think that 70 Chevy pickup we've got at the yard has a J.C. Penney AC unit in it. I'll have to double check that. Looks like a shaker piece for a Trans Am, maybe. Sure looks like the shape of the Trans Am shaker scoop with the ring on it. Hubcaps, some Ford pickup stuff, some Mercuries, some Ford pickup door panels, and back to all this long stuff. Front hood bar, that's pop metal. I wonder if that's 58 Chevy maybe? Something like that. Of course, the 63 SS quarter molding. We looked at these a little bit earlier. The universal aluminum rocker panel molding kit. Easy installation. Let's see. Application chart. What you could put these on. What they were kind of, sort of, maybe somewhat, possibly close to fitting. Buick, Chevy, Chrysler, DeSoto, Dodge, Edsel, Falcon, Ford, Henry J, Kaiser, Mercury, Nash. Boy, they pretty much covered them all with their application guide. And yes, they are in here. Template, instructions, and the moldings. Window molding marked 56 Ford, it looks like. Ford step plate. Some other miscellaneous trim. And then, of course, these tubes of new Ford stuff that we saw coming down out of the rafters. Let's see, this is a C9 number, so that's a 69. This is C8, 68. Molding body side. And this is the D0, so this is 70. So there's 68, 69, and 70 trim in these tubes, all new. Need to do a little bit more research, see exactly what this stuff is for, but it is in here. The moldings are in the tubes. So be curious to see what all that stuff is actually for. And another big box of Ford trim. Still has the dealer sticker on it from Burdett, Kansas. And it's got another box inside of there. So I'll have to dump that all out. See what's all tucked inside of that box. I can see some moldings down in there. So they're in there. Just got to do some digging. This thing is hilarious. Transcom Transportable. Looks like a tackle box or plastic toolbox, right? Got a clasp over here on the side. Literally looks just like an old tackle box or toolbox. You flip it open. Copy that breaker. It's a Royce CD. Now all you see is the black box here. That's kind of odd. You got the handheld unit, some of the wires. You got a little antenna in here. So what do we got here? You close this back up, you flip it around, and there is your unit. You even got a place to clip your handheld when you're not using it. So self-contained Royce carry-around CB unit. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, Holley type carb, probably a Ford piece. Kind of that Holley style, but I bet this was a factory Ford unit. Another carb reman unit in the box for Chevys. 6-cylinder 50 to 52 Chevy rebuilt carb. Steering column for an old Ford. And some air cleaners. One of these marked Oldsmobile Rocket. I'm guessing based on the style, that's probably late 50s, early 60s. Good solid looking air cleaner. And this one I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of a funky style. Found these up there too. And these are kind of cool little deals. They're little tiny dollies. They've got little small casters on them, little two-wheel dollies. And they have the handles, they kind of flip up like this to move stuff around. Now, these things are short. You know, they're probably only 3 feet tall. They're really well built. They're old, they're wooden, other than the metal structure on them, but the rails and the bottom lip, all wood. They actually had some felt on them for protecting whatever they were moving. And there were a pair of them. I think the other one has a tag on it. Let's go check this one out. Yes, this one's got a tag on it. And it says, dual appliance truck. So I don't know if these were used together in conjunction with each other, or, I mean, they're so small, I couldn't see putting an appliance by itself on one, but maybe there was a way you rig these up together. I don't know. I just thought they were really cool, really early, and pretty neat looking. And one more piece, the coolest thing we found, we saved the coolest for the last. 3 deuces for what appears to be a Y block, an Offenhauser unit, carbs on it. So not a totally complete unit, but a nice Offenhauser 3-deuce intake for a Y block. So overall, not a bad haul. Not a ton of great stuff, but a lot of cool stuff. We'll do a little bit more sorting, a little bit more identifying on some of this stuff to find out exactly what we've got. But as we all know, it's always fun when you get to go do some digging in an old building to see what you can come up with. So if you got any questions about any of this stuff in particular, or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got on the ground at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a shout, 620-786-4428. Having a short conversation about your project and what you're looking for, year, make, model, body style, parts you need, all that stuff, super critical to know if I can help you out with what you've got going on or what you're specifically looking for a project. So we have a lot of fun doing this stuff on here. If you like old cars, you like old trucks, you like memorabilia, be sure to click that subscribe button. It's about all we do on here. We have a lot of fun doing it. You want to hit that subscribe button so you start hanging out with us and checking out some of the live stuff we do. We have a lot of fun on our lives. You don't want to miss any of that either. So had a ton of new inventory hitting the ground lately. You don't want to miss any of it. So click that subscribe button, check out the channel, check out some of the other old videos, and just give me a call if you've got any questions. So hope you enjoyed digging through the old building. Attics are always fun. You never know what you're going to find. Obviously found a couple of really cool pieces here and a lot of mediocre stuff. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Sometimes everything you grab is good. Sometimes, not quite so much. But it's always fun when you just buy it as a load and then you got to figure it out. And you're gambling a little bit, crossing your fingers that it's going to work out. So we'll get through some more of these boxes, do a little bit more digging, and see how it all works out. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed going digging with me today. Stay tuned. We've got a lot more cool stuff coming up. Thanks for watching, everybody. We sure hope to see you soon on the next video.